Okay, we are recording. Okay, so I wanted to just hop on here and go over some things that happens at the beginning of each month that a lot of people might not realize or know about, especially if you just got started. If you guys have been in for a while, you've already seen it, you already know, but I know that we have a lot of new team members just since last month that don't know this yet, and I definitely got a few text messages on the first of the month like, where did my volume go? Why am I not commission qualified anymore? All those things. So we're going to cover just some basics of pretty much what to do when the month starts over and how to set yourself up for success for that month so that you have a good roadmap to follow. You're not, getting to the end of the month and realizing, you're a lot further away from your promotion than you want to be and, freaking out at the end of the month and things like that. So what we're going to talk about today is going to help you just really start every month strong and not have those times where you get there and you're like, oh my gosh, I wasn't paying attention this month. What do I do now? So, because I've definitely had those months before and kicked myself thinking, why didn't I do this at the beginning of the month? I know I'm supposed to do it. And every single time that I didn't have my roadmap planned out, if I didn't have basically everything we're going to go over today, when I didn't do that at the first of the month, it screwed me over every month. I screwed myself over. It didn't do anything. I did it. So, okay. The first thing we're going to talk about, so does everybody have their charts with them, possibly? Okay. If not, it's okay. You can do it afterwards. I have a blank one just to kind of give you guys, it's laminated, so hopefully it's not too glary. Just to kind of go over what to do like each month, okay? So definitely if you're new in the business, you want to go ahead and get your Ruby chart printed out because this is your first big goal is to go Ruby. That is a huge milestone in your business. And so you want to have that printed out right away. So let's say you guys are new, okay? And you don't have, anybody filled out on your Ruby chart yet. So especially if you're brand new, you might look at this and be like, what does all that mean? How do I get all those people? All of these things. So I'm going to kind of start from like step one since we do have so many new team members. So it might be a little repetitive for anybody that's been here for a while. So to go Ruby, what that means is each of these boxes are going to be filled with a distributor. So say your friend Katie decides they want to sign up and do this with you, make some extra money. Oh, my pen's not working. Hold on. You think that they would just be awesome at this. Maybe they came to you or maybe you messaged them. So Katie signs up and she's like, yes, let's do this. So Katie's going to go right here on your top line. Doesn't matter which of the boxes, any of these boxes. And then, so say your friend Brittany decides she wants to do it too. And then your other friend sees that both of you guys are doing this and they're like, FOMO big time. Like, what am I missing out on here? I need to make some money too. So say your friend, who's on here? Cara. How do you say your name? Cara or is it Kara? Cara? Okay. Cara decides that she wants to do this too. Actually, let's switch these around a little bit since Cara's not married. Cara. Okay. So those are my three friends that decide, oh my gosh, I want to do this with you. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. Well, right offhand, I know that Brittany is married. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to Brittany about, hey, we need to go ahead and get your husband started. You guys are going to be making a double paycheck right off the bat. It's like, okay, double paycheck for doing the same amount of work. Okay. So hubby is going to go right down here. And then so you've gotten those three distributors right there. Brittany is right here in this executive box. So now Brittany is also going towards her first promotion. So she's going to be telling all these people, oh my gosh, I just started my own business. I've already made $100 from getting my husband started because I helped him get started strong, this, that, the other. So her friend is like, what are you doing? Let me get in on this. We'll say her sister. Brittany's sister's like, yes, I want to make money too. Okay. So we'll write sister right there. So boom, that's it. That is literally how simple it is to go Ruby. Okay, 3 friends that decide they want to do this with you, and then one of them gets 2 of their friends. I mean, that's super simple, right? Okay, so now that we have that baseline, we're going to have this printed out every month, whether you're Ruby yet or not. You want to have this printed out and be filling out these boxes, right? So what I'm going to do, and one of the things I want to talk to you guys about, is how to project your volume for the month. And this is huge, guys. Like, if you don't know your numbers, if you don't know, literally, like, is there feedback for you guys? I'm like hearing myself twice. No? Okay. Maybe it's just me. If you don't have that roadmap there, if you don't know where you're going, you're never going to get there. Like, you will never accidentally promote. You're not just going to wake up one day and be like, oh my gosh, I am a triple diamond and I didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that every month, at the beginning of the month, so when the first hits, everything goes back to 0, right? So you can't look at it and see like your projected volumes. You have to do that yourself. So the way that you do that is, because this is your chart, okay? Even though all these people run their own business, you know, they're doing their own thing, but they're still on your team. So you're still helping them. You're still guiding them and things like that, even though they're running their own business. If you guys didn't see that post Brittany did earlier about BYOB, that was amazing, by the way. We all run our own business, although we do it together. So you should go read that if you haven't read it yet. So I'm going to go through each of these people, and I'm going to find out what their projected volume is for the month. And what that means is I'm going to go in Tree Viewer. If you guys want to write this down, especially if you guys are brand new. You're going to go in Tree Viewer, and there's going to be a place to click Show Loyal Customers, and it's going to bring up all the loyal customers for each of those distributors. Okay, so at the first of the month, you're going to go down and you're going to go through you're going to start with the distributor, see if they have their auto shipment set up, see what that volume is. So say Brittany has her auto shipment set up right at 80 BV. Okay, so I'm going to start with 80, and that's going to go towards that volume. So, and I'm going to do my calculator too, obviously. So I'd put in like 80 on my calculator, and then I'm going to go down through all of Brittany's customers, and I'm going to see what their auto shipment is set up for this month, or if they've placed, well, if it's the first, they haven't placed any orders yet, but I'm going to go down through all of those auto shipments. What is wrong with this? Go away. And I'm going to add up all of those volumes. Does that make sense? Okay. So say, let's see. Let me get my little calculator. I was just sitting down doing this. So say I add up all of those numbers, okay? And her customer orders, well, we'll say this is Cara, because Brittany's going to be a little bit different since she's in the executive box. So say I go through Cara and all of her customers, or yeah, customers directly under her. Say she has, that totals up to 350 in volume, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 400 minus 350. And then that's what I'm going to write on this chart. So 400 is what you want everybody to get to be a qualified leg. That's the goal each month, is that each of these boxes hit 400. So I'm going to take that number, say she was at 350. I'm going to subtract 350 from 400. And I'm going to write 50 above Cara's name. So I know this month I need to be working with Cara, talking to her, make sure we're on the same page, that she's only 50 BV away or GV away from being in the 400, being at 400 that month. Does that make sense? Okay. I can only see a few of y'all, so hopefully everybody's following along. But I like the head nods. So I'm basically just going to go through each of those people and do that. And if they're over 400 already, if they're projected to be over, I'm going to, well, mine's laminated. Yours might not be. So I usually take my yellow marker and I just do like a yellow square around their name. So I know I don't have to worry so much about their volume this month. I can be focusing on somebody that might need, 50. Maybe somebody only needs 5 BV, or maybe somebody needs like 350. Who knows? But that's the reason why you want to go ahead and look at that at the beginning of the month, so that you're prepared for like the work that month. Does that make sense? So yeah, does anybody have questions about that so far? Oh, here's the chat. Yes. If you have any questions along the way, just put them in the chat, and I'll look at it now that I see it over here. Laminating made it super easy because I don't have pencils for whatever reason in my house. So yeah, I can just like erase and like redo, and I put that up on my fridge.
Mom will help you. I gotta figure this out.
Everybody good so far? And then one of the things that I love so much about this business is just the way that we're able to help out, help our team and help people, get off to strong starts. We're able to help, our teammates promote, do all of those things. So say if this were my chart right here, and, so everybody's done except for Cara, okay? She still has 50 left. I know that I can sign customers. And because this business is so awesome, and because they encourage us to be one team, one mission, and help everybody out, I'm able to sign customers. And if I need to, I can place them under Cara. Right now, I have 72 hours to be able to place them and help her with that volume, which is absolutely amazing. So not only, that's what I love about this business, guys, is that in order for any of us, in order for you guys, to do well and succeed, that means that you're also helping your teammates succeed, because I'm not going to be anywhere without, my team. Does that make sense? So it's one big, awesome cycle. I'm not going to be great at this if my team is not being great at this. If I'm focusing just on me and my personal development and my chart and my this and my that, but neglecting my team, I'm going to just sit at ground zero forever. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody have questions about that yet so far? Oh, the 72 hours. So when you sign a customer or a distributor, you have 72 hours to place them somewhere else. So say if I sign a distributor and Brittany hadn't signed her sister yet down here. Oh, it's not erasing. But I signed somebody and I'm trying to go Ruby, I would be able to move that distributor down here to fill this box. And I have 72 hours to do that. Does that make sense? Okay. And then just the other thing that's going to help you guys and really just keep everything simple. I don't know where my head was when I first got started. I think I was in so many places just trying to learn really, really quickly, because that's just my personality. I'm once I set my mind to it, I'm nothing is stopping me. Let's do this. It took me, I don't even know how long. When somebody told me about steps to success, that must have been one that went in one ear and out the other. And I was like, what do you mean steps to success? What do you mean that this is how you run your business and keep it simple? And it just blew my mind, guys. So let this stick in your ears today. Don't be like me and months down the road, hear steps to success and be like, what is that? Go ahead and print that off and have that every single month. That is how you keep your business simple. And if you're doing that every month, you're going to constantly just be moving up and up and up and up and up and up. And basically what the steps to success is you're focusing on getting 4 LCs, okay, and 3 distributors, and going Ruby. Can you guys even imagine if you're doing that every single month? If you're focused on, okay, I need to at least fill out my steps to success every single month, geez, it would just, your growth in your business would just be exponential if you're focusing on just those simple steps every single month. So that was basically it. Really simple and short and sweet. Does anybody have any questions about charting or volume or beginning of the month or anything like that? Brittany, if you think of anything that you want me to talk about, feel free to say it.
You may have said this, I'm not sure, but just like hit on about whatever you've been projecting throughout the month, like verifying that on the 25th, if there's declines and all that.
Oh, I did not hit that. Yeah. So when you go through and do your volumes for the month, when you do that on the first or within the first couple of days, that's just projected. So, I mean, anybody can go in at any time and like change their auto shipment. They may get more this month. They may get less this month. So just make sure that you're getting on your eSuite on a daily basis, and you're seeing when new orders come through, you're seeing, whether there's declines happening or whatever, you're like on top of it every day. So it's not an end of the month surprise when you see that your numbers are like so different. And that way, yes, downline orders, that's where you'll see that. Go into your eSuite reports and click downline orders, and that's going to show everything that's running each day. Excuse me. So as new orders come in, so when you see a new order, it's going to say API. Instead of recurring order. So when you see those API orders coming in, so say I know that Cara needs 50, but I look on eSuite today in downline orders and I see that there's an API order, a brand new order, somebody that Cara signed for 50 BV or whatever, I know I can subtract it from that number and keep track with it like every day of the month. So that like I was saying, you don't get to the end of the month and you don't want to be surprised is basically what I'm getting at. Yeah, I think that was it. And then checking declines at the end of the month, which we can, I guess, talk more about that closer to the end of the month, maybe. Okay, I'm reading the questions. So your chart doesn't necessarily start over. The distributors are still there, but the volume starts over. So it's going to start back at 0 every month, and it's going to count up as those orders run. So that way they can track what they're paying you, basically. Anybody else have questions? Okay, well, that was basically it, guys. I know it was kind of short and sweet and fast. So if you think of any other questions that you have, or if you just have questions about charting in general, first, that took me a little bit to get used to. I still ask Brittany questions, and I've been in for almost 1.5 years. I'll message her, if I get a new distributor, I'm like, where should I put this? Or where do you think I should move this volume or whatever, just because she's been doing it longer. So reach out to your enrollers if you guys have questions. Don't ever sit there and just like, kind of do like this in place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to do it strategically, and we're here to help you. Reach out to your enroller for those questions. If you think of any other questions that we talked about today, feel free to reach out to me or to your enroller, and we'll be happy to answer those for you guys. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for hopping on. I hope this was helpful. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Don't forget about the family call tonight at 10 Eastern, 9 Central Time. Mark goes live on his Facebook page, and they give announcements and updates and all of those things. So be sure to hop on that. All right. Bye, guys.